na natibulo. Posible.
What do you do when a family secret reveals itself and threatens to unsettle everyone? Joanne realized that she had to set her heart straight and remember these words. Iisa ang ating pinagmulan, iisa ang ating patutunguhan. This is Joanne's story of forgiveness and the love that it brings. This is her journey back home, back to her Pinagmulan. Our story begins in a peaceful suburb of Los Angeles. This is Whittier, California. Whittier is a quiet college town about 12 miles southeast of the city of Los Angeles. It started out as a Quaker colony at precisely the same time Whittier College was established in 1887, which is why their histories are closely intertwined. Uptown Whittier is a pleasant 2-minute walk from campus. Here, coffee shops, restaurants, movie houses, and mom-and-pop stores provide an array of goods and services to the community. The lure of La La Land beckons real close, and because of its proximity to Los Angeles, Whittier offers the many amenities of a metropolitan community, yet manages to retain a small-town charm.
My name is Joanne Hammer. I was born in Baguio City, Philippines in 1961. I grew up in Baguio. Doon ako lumaki, doon kami tumira hanggang lumipat kami, umalis kami ng Baguio, umalis kami ng Pilipinas. And that was in 1972. And it's been 34 years since I left the Philippines at hindi pa ako nauwi.
The year was 1972. Historically, the Philippines was going through a lot of political upheaval at the time. Manila was constantly being rocked by demonstrations and rallies, which oftentimes became violent and deadly. For 10-year-old Joanne, Baguio seemed like a safe haven, far away from the mayhem that was going on in the outside world. One fateful night, however, something else shook Joanne's little sanctuary.
Nasa bahay kami, walang kuryente, walang tubig, umuulan nung gabing yun. E di, ang dilim-dilim, natulog kami. Pagkagising ng umaga, mga alas 5 na umaga, it was so quiet, napaka-tahimik. Wala nang ulan, tapos nakalabas ang araw. Ginising ako nung katulong namin, si Manantesi. Sabi, Joanne, lika sa labas. Tingnan mo to, ang ganda sa labas. Di, pag lumabas kami, doon kami sa porch. Tinignan ko yung dun sa dulo, across the way, nandun yung kapilya namin. You can see it from our house. So, pinapanood lang namin yung scenery, tapos biglang the ground shook. Tapos parang may napakalakas na sumabog. Tapos nakita namin yung mga bahay dun sa tabi ng church. Gumuho lahat, oh. I think there were 7 houses, or at least 7 houses, na one on top of each other.
Before the landslide, what was it like growing up in Baguio?
Oh, it was wonderful. We had katulong, so I was basically a brat. Life revolved around me, of course. I was the panganay, and we went to this school, the Easter School, which is an American school. And my parents, galing sila, di nagtatrabaho ang tatay ko sa Guam, nagpapadala ng US dollars, di sikat kami.
Okay. You were the queen of the tree.
I was the queen of the tree.
And because of now tell us why you thought that you were the queen and you had the right to tell everyone.
I claimed it. There's this tree in school that I climbed and nobody else was allowed to climb it unless I allowed them.
Can you still sing the national anthem?
Absolutely.
Let's hear it.
Bayang magiliw, pelas ng silanganan, alab ng puso, sa dibdib mo'y buhay.
Okay, that's enough. Do your kids know it?
No.
Okay, that's my next question. How much, after what you've gone through in your life here, of this acculturation process, and the fact that you have children that are growing up here as well, what have you done to try to get them to recognize their unique cultural heritage?
Well, I've never actually singled out the Filipino-ness. More of, I'm a person, as you are, and this is my background, and this is what makes me the way I am. And so that's where we talk about why I do this, why is there an empty can in my bathroom. Tabo.
Oh, okay. How come it's been 34 years? Why has it been that long?
It's not that life got in the way, finances got in the way. It costs to go back.
It sure does.
And there's 5 of us. And it was not a priority for us to go back. It was a someday I want to go back.
These days, life in Whittier is a quiet, pleasant suburban existence for Joanne and her family. Joanne's a grade school teacher. Her husband Jim's a deputy director for a state agency, and their 3 kids, Jenny, Jackie, and Jimmy, all live with them and go to nearby schools. Spirituality is vital for the Hammers. It's the rock that's at the center of the family.
For me, my spiritual state is the most important. My relationship with God is the most important. And then my relationship with my family, and then the church. So it plays a big role in who I am.
She's a testament to sacrifice and what she does for her family, does for friends, does for strangers, anyone in need.
She doesn't care really what anyone thinks usually. She has this wacky sense to her, and you know, growing up with it, I'm used to it, but I just love how she just doesn't care what anyone else thinks and just is confident in who she is. I love that.
She is really caring and just like loving. It's like everyone.
She has never closed the door to anyone, and I think the best thing about her is that she's so open to accepting anything about anyone and giving them a chance.
Coming up, love comes to Joanne from a most unexpected source. In 2004, Joanne and her family started receiving email from someone claiming to be their half-sister. Her name is Diane Soriano.
Ako si Diane Soriano. Ipinanganak ako sa Baguio noong 1967. Ipinaampun ako nung ako'y isinilang. Dito ako sa Pangasinan nakatira at dito na rin ako lumaki. Kailan ko lang nalaman kung sino ang mga tunay kong magulang. Yung isa, ang ama namin ni Joanne.
My cell phone rings and it's my brother. And he says, Ate Joanne, tell me what you remember about this time in Baguio, 1967. Where did we live? So I told him, I explained everything. We lived in military cut off. We had 2 people living with us, and she lived in the day. She went to school, and then at night she helped us, Nanay, with the 5 kids, with the 5 kids. And then he said, somebody is claiming to be our sister. And part of me said, no way. And another part of me said, you know what, it's quite possible.
Joanne naturally wondered if Diane's claims had any truth to them. After a period of introspection and prayers for guidance, Joanne gathered enough courage to ask her father and other family members about Diane.
Actually, what I asked was, what do you know about so-and-so? Ang sagot nila, ikaw, ano alam mo? And that was it. So everybody knew but us.
It didn't take long before Joanne found the answer she was looking for. Her father eventually confirmed that Diane is indeed her half-sister.
I was shocked. I was floored. I couldn't believe it first. And I kept saying, no, you're kidding. No, you do.
Angry at first? At my dad and my mom. Kasi kapatid ko to. Dito kami lumaki sa Amerika. Dito kami nag-aral. Ang opportunities dito napakarami. Siya wala siya doon.
I'm naturally involved. I mean, we're a very close family with my brother-in-law and the other sisters. And so we share and support each other. And they also look to me as one of the, senior members of the clan. So we went through this journey together.
But unlike Joanne, Diane never got to meet her real parents. You see, Diane's what people would call a love child by Joanne's dad and their former nanny, Amy. After giving birth to Diane, her mother gave her up for adoption at the Bethesda Children's Home in Baguio City, hoping that it would give her a better future.
She stayed here for several years, up to I think about 5 or 6 years old. When we decided that to give her better care and privileges, perhaps she should be adopted out to parents that would take care of her.
I was playing bike this two person came over. That's your mom, that's your dad. So when I ran over to them, yakap naman nila ako. So we went home with my bike.
Through the years, the truth behind her real identity slowly unfolded. She started hearing about her being ampon from their neighbors. Her adoptive parents shunned her queries and insisted she was their own flesh and blood.
Ang masakit lang kasi na lagi kong naririnig ng time, yung matukso ka, tuksuin ka ampon. Pagtanong mo dun sa magulang mo, hindi ka naman ampon eh. Anak talaga kita. Lahat naman ng tao ay nampun eh. Ganun ang reason ng tatay ko eh.
Then one day, by accident, she discovered what could be the evidence she'd been looking for.
Eh, paggabi, nahilig kami magligpit ng mama ko. Ngayon, mayroon ako nakitang sobre. Hinawakan ko yun. I remember I was just only 11 years old that time. Grade 5 ako noon. Tinapik ng mama ko, huwag mahawakan yan. Wala kang pakialam dyan. Eh, alam ko yung pinagtataguan. Eh, lagi nila akong iniiwan dahil pupunta sila sa bukid. Ako sa bahay, tagalinis, tagaluto, tagahanda ng baon na mga nasa bukid. Iniwan na lang one time. Curiosity ko, but I was grade 6 before. Naalala ko yun, yung natumbok ko doon, naalala ko yun. Kapilyahan talaga yun. Nuksan ko talaga yung place na yun. Hinila ko yung letter na yun. Nabasa ko. Sulat ng nanay ko. And that day started everything in me na iyak ako na iyak.
Diane has always longed to meet her biological parents since then. But it was not until she was 37 when she decided to seriously look for them. That single information, coupled with prayers and determination, was more than enough to lead Diane to the woman who gave her life. Diane expected the worst, even rejection from her biological mother.
I looked straight to her eyes and said, I am Diane. Pagkasabi ko yung pangalan ko, I said, yeah, you're Diane, my long-lost daughter. So, iyak siya. Iyak siya na iyak. Ako naman, I hold her hands. Ko, bakit mo ko iniwan? Ano akong tanong? Bakit mo ko iniwan?
Now that she's been reunited with her real mother, Diane was able to find out more about where her father is and the reason why she was given up for adoption.
So I was able to meet my father sa February of 2005. And masama ang loob niya sa tatay ko. And I was encouraging her na, since I have given forgiveness, I think we need to forgive one another and forgive what happened to the past.
Thanks to the internet, Diane soon made contact with the people who would lead her to her father.
The first time I was able to get the information that my father is through the youngest in the family. So sa kanya, tinanong ko, he said, I came from the Philippines, galing pala siya ng Philippines or months ago, so he thought I was part of his program. I asked about his father and his mother, and he was so shocked, bakit marami akong idea about the parents. And he asked me, bakit kailangan kong sabihin, bakit ko kinukuha yung mga addresses nila, why do, ganon. I will not disclose that, sabi niya, unless you will tell me your purpose, sabi niya.
There's two things. Either she wants something from the family, or she just really wants to be, to reach her biological family, to say that I forgive you. Yun ang nakasulat sa sa email niya. I just want to find my biological family to tell them, I love you, I miss you, I'm sorry, I never got to meet you, and I want to forgive Tatay for denying me and abandoning me those years. So I told Jim that night I choose to think the good.
Since then, Diane kept in constant contact with her siblings in the States, particularly with Joanne.
What I learned from this is the grace and forgiveness. God gave me grace and forgiveness. I've done things in my life na mali. I've forgiven them for not telling me, not telling us. And I've forgiven my father for hurting my mom.
From her email kasi, doon ko nararamdaman na pamilya ko sila. She's a good ate.
But her search for her biological parents caused a rift in her relationship with her adopted mother. Today, Diane is a mother of 4 and works as a realty agent and is likewise a kagawad in their barangay. Her husband works in the Middle East. Diane's adoptive mother died of cancer very recently, but not before reconciling with her and taking care of her during her last days. But the longing for her real family never ends. Diane hopes that one day she will be reunited with everyone, especially with her beloved ate, Joanne.
Si Ate Joanne. Ayan o, mahal kong kapatid. Talagang nakasabik ang mga sulat mo sa akin. My prayer is that the Lord will provide the way for us to meet soon. Ang tagal ng 39 years, hindi ko na kayang antayin pa, miski isang taon. Especially after our chat with Dee the other night. Now more than ever, I long to hug you and tell you face to face that you are loved. Love you lots. Hope to see you online again soon. Love, Ate Joanne.
Kapatid, mahal na mahal kita. Alam ko mas matagal mong inintay to. Dahil mas matagal mong alam na may mga kapatid ka. Pero eto na kami. Mahal ka na.
You know, we've had a good time talking to you and getting to know you and getting to know your family and getting to know who you are. And it seems to me that the theme of your life, at least at this point, has been forgiveness and what forgiveness can bring and the joy that it can bring and the sense of release. And, you know, you've worked hard to raise a family here. You've worked hard to make sure that your multicultural children are receiving that side of you to show them who you are and to give them a better idea of who they are. And for that, we would like to do something for you. The people here at Pinagmulan, along with Cathay Pacific, would like to give you a ticket to visit your sister in the Philippines.
Go.
My box packed, baby, because we're going to the Philippines.
Thank you, Lord. God is good. God is good.
In the 2 years that Joanne and Diane have known each other, they have communicated solely through email. They have never called each other on the phone. They've never spoken to each other. But right now, our ABS-CBN crew is in Pangasinan in the Philippines. They're getting Diane ready for her first phone call to her ate. Joanne knows nothing about this. She's totally in the dark. Let's go inside and see what these two sisters have to say to each other on their first call.
Excuse me. There's an important phone call here.
We're in the middle of...
I'm sorry.
Okay,
So
go.
long.
No, you're good. Hello?
Hi, hello.
Hello?
Ate Jo.
Sino to?
Ate, si Diane.
Oh my God.
What did you do? Hey. Hey, Ate.
Oh,
Hi, how?
kaboses mo si Jay.
Hey, you're crying. Don't cry.
Oh,
How are you? You surprised me that. Sinurpresa mo ako, ate.
ikaw nag-surprise sa akin.
Parehas ba tayo? Nasurpresa ako eh. I mean, I'm surprised.
Paano mo nakuha ang number ko?
I don't even know how. They just gave me a number. Then, I dialed this.
Gosh.
Ginawagan kita. How are you? What time is
Mabuti.
there? Anong oras ka dyan?
Ano oras na dito? What time is it here? Gabi na.
Magagabi ka na naman? Hapon? Ano?
5:40 ng hapon.
5:40 ng hapon. Dito ano, it's 8 o'clock.
In the morning.
So, at least di kita pupuyatin.
Sabado.
Today, Saturday, yes. Saturday na.
Okay. Hindi ka pupunta sa... Wala kang trabaho ngayon.
Mag-work ate. Pupunta mamayang hapon.
Ano yun?
After this. Yung dati, yung...
Hindi
Bibisitan ko
magkikita
lang
tayo sa sa web.
this afternoon kaya. I'll try. Yeah, I'll see you.
Sige.
Mapupuyat na naman kita.
Hindi bale.
That's your voice.
Bale.
Hi ate, I love you. I miss
I
you.
love you too. Andito rin ate, di mo.
Oh, really? Can I talk to her?
I
Talaga?
want to talk to you.
Hi.
Sounds just like Jay. But
speaking Tagalog.
Hi, Ate B. How are you?
I'm good. Oh my gosh. What time is it there? I'm sorry, did you read my email I sent you last night?
No, I didn't open up my email yet.
I sent you a letter and I told you I'm sorry that I can't speak Tagalog as well as you do. So it's your job to teach me, okay?
Yeah, I'm gonna teach you. It's nice to hear your voices there.
It's good to hear your voice too. Now I can put your voice with your face.
It's a family. I mean, I'm so happy. I mean, this is the greatest day I have.
It's not even my birthday, and I'm so happy thinking this is the best birthday present. It's 57 days ahead, but thank you for this best birthday present.
That's the same.
I love you.
I love you too. I miss you a lot, dear.
I miss you too already, and I haven't even met you. Okay, here's Ate John.
Yeah, Ate.
Okay, bye. Okay, I'll talk to you soon, okay?
Yeah, Ate.
Okay,
Talk to you
bye.
soon.
Here she is. Hey, Diane.
Yes, Ate. Look at what...
Ulitin ko yung sinabi mo sa akin.
Ano?
Na magkikita tayo soon.
Talaga?
Sana. Sana dito sa... Sigurado sa langit. Pero sana dito sa mundo.
Please lang, I wanna see you personally. Huwag naman yun. Huwag naman nung ganun, Ate.
Huwag naman ako dito nga sa mundo na.
Sa mundo?
Sa mundo na.
I want to see you rin natin so much. Ay!
Diba? Someday tayo. One day.
Someday,
Yun ang
one
ating
day.
motto.
Yeah.
One day.
One day, yeah. Our motto.
Dagdagan natin. One day soon.
One day soon, yeah. Yes, please.
Sige.
I love you, Ate. I want to see you soon. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Love the kids.
Yeah, bye-bye.
Sige, bye-bye.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Oh my gosh! Oh.
You get it.
Oh my gosh! I can't handle it. That was really nice. Thank you. I can't believe I'm going.
You're going. So proud of you. Be that living testimony. Okay? Love on the family. Say hi to my new sister-in-law. Okay?
I'm hoping that the other side of the story is as sincere as this side of the story. I hope that that Diane turns out to be the person that they think she is, and that is just a person that wants to be part of a larger entity, a family, and to have that feeling. So that's my hope and my dream is that the expectations that they have set for each other are met by each other. Coming up, two half-sisters meet and finally complete one another. Well, Joanne, here we are in the Philippines. You're finally back after 34 years. What's going through your mind?
It's about time. Tagal din ng 34 years.
We're about to head off to Baguio for your reunion.
Yeah,
But we gotta
looking
make
forward
one
to that.
stop. Where are we stopping?
In Pandacan.
What's going on?
You asked me nun sa Whittier kung itong trip nito sa Pilipinas closure. Di ba sabi ko sa'yo, hindi closure yun, umpisa yun, opening the door with my relationship with Diane. Tapos nung naisip ko yung tanong mo, meron akong gustong i-close chapter. I want to release the past. When my parents were in Guam, they left us with my mom's side of the family sa Pandacan. Hindi nila alam, hindi nila inakala na may nangyari doon na heartbreaking. I was raped and molested. by family members. Ang sabi sa akin, I was 7 years old, ako panganay. Meron akong tatlong kapatid na babaeng mas bata sa akin. Sabi sa akin, wag ko daw isusumbong dahil walang maniniwala. Tsaka, pag naniwala man sila, ako mapaparusahan dahil kasalanan ko daw yun. Tsaka pag satisfied daw ang lolo ko tsaka yung mga kaibigan niya, they'll stay away from my younger siblings. Kaya hindi ko alam until I was an adult that what happened to me is considered rape and sexual abuse. And that's been, it took a long time to get over that. Pero I want to release it, I want to move on. But that was a chapter of my life that for the longest time I hid. And then as it surfaced, I figured the more I share about it, the better release. Tapos baka makatulong pa sa iba na mangyari man sa'yo to, may hope. Na hindi ano yun, hindi the end. It's not the end. There's a hope, there's a life after that. Inisip ko yun, no? Gusto ko bumalik sa Pandakan, saka magbato ng, yun talagang, tapos na, my husband and I talked about it. Itong trip na to meet Diane, it's all about love and grace and forgiveness. Kaya imbis na mag-itcha ng rocks, I wanna throw grace. Freedom, liberty, libre na, wala na. Initsa ko na sa Panginoon, siya na ang bahala. Kung mga nangyari noon, ngayon, ang iniisip ko na lang, from here on, move on. Wala na yun, tapos na. Close chapter.
Coming up, from a past that was full of heartbreak comes a heartwarming promise. Located 246 kilometers north of Manila, Baguio is the most urban city in northern Luzon. Baguio owes its cool climate to the high mountain altitude, since it's part of the Cordillera mountain range in Benguet province. The most famous route to the City of Pines is via the Zigzag, Kenan Road. Though first established by the Igorot tribes of the region, modern Baguio was established as an American resort in 1909. There are scores of attractions and landmarks around the town to fill a day of sightseeing. Today, it's hard to imagine that this historic city has been devastated by a world war and an earthquake in 1990. But each time the city has risen up and rebuilt. It's a true testament to the heart and spirit of its proud inhabitants. This is Bethesda Children's Home. Diane was left here as an infant under the care of missionaries until she was adopted. Bethesda Ministries International was founded in 1948 and currently is a boarding house that houses over 100 children. Today, Diane was brought back here and told she'd be interviewed by a local TV program. She has no idea that her half-sister Joanne is actually in Baguio and in fact being driven to Bethesda. Joanne is just as unaware of their impending reunion.
Okay, balikan ka din, nervous na ako.
Why would we just stop saying we're just doing our stand-up.
You're so pretty. Hey, Jimmy, come. This is Tita Joanne. Sister Jean, this is her Tita Joanne. So, come on, come on, come on. Hello. I'm glad to meet you. Have a kiss. It's your Tita. It's your Tita.
Hello.
No, you got it. You got it. Thank you. Yeah. It's you. No, yeah, it's me. Surprise! Surprise! It's Frida, surprise. Asan ba tayo? This is Bitet. I mean, this is where I grew up.
Okay, ladies, we're going to go downstairs and we're going to put some smiles on some kids' faces. You ready for that? Let's go.
Here, this is Bob. Where's the bar?
No railing.
No railing.
You give this stuff away. You have the kids come up. Just want to tell you two, the entire family, that this has all been donated by William Lim of WL Foods. He's one of our sponsors, and he's decided to put some smiles on some kids' faces. So let's bring them on out. What is the significance of this area?
This is where I grew up.
Okay.
Where the house on that...
Let's walk over here.
Okay.
Show me. Whoa, watch out. Point to which one it is. Yeah. Okay, it's that house over there with the blue gate, right?
Yeah, the house with the blue gate.
Okay.
That's where I grew up.
Okay.
Diyan ako lumaki. Diyan ako nakatayo nung... Wow! Yung hillside na yan, gumuho.
Okay, now,
Noong 1972.
the last time you were here was when?
1972, July.
And something significant happened then. Why don't you tell us about it?
The storm,
The earthquake.
the earth... No, it wasn't an earthquake.
Storm.
It was a landslide.
Landslide.
Landslide. Gumuho yung Arroyo. Aga-aga ng umaga, may narinig kami na feel na parang lumindol. Pagtingin namin dyan, yung mga bahay, wala na.
And so what did this place, what did it look like? It was devastation, I'm sure.
Devastation.
All falling down.
Umalis kami, ano pa to disaster area.
Let's walk down to this building over here. Tell us about this building over there.
That building right there?
Yeah.
That's Aurora Hill Baptist Church.
Yes?
That's where my parents dedicated me. The first time I ever went to church as a baby was at Aurora Hill Baptist.
Is anything other than this, what, this was the only building standing, or did the landslide stop here, or what?
The landslide stopped right there.
It did.
I think these are original houses.
Oh, they are.
Some of these are original. The ones up the top went down.
Have a seat. Okay, so tell me some memories about the church.
I used to go there for Sunday school. Diyan ako nag-uunang, yung kumanta sa harap ng mga tao. Yung mga Sunday school presentations programs.
So how do you feel? What is it? Does it feel weird? I mean, I'd feel kind of weird being...
Parang bata akong matanda na. Paano yun?
I see them.
Sino? Asan?
Who are those people? Who are they? Go, 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 go! These are the Kahiwats, Joanne's parents. A few years ago, they said goodbye to Joanne to settle in the Philippines for good. For Diane, a most fervent wish was finally fulfilled that afternoon. For the first time in 39 years, it felt like family. Coming up, the sisters scour Baguio City and score. Hello, ladies.
Hi.
We brought you here to play a little game. It's called Digital Treasure Hunt. And what I have here is a folder. And inside this folder has cards. On each one of the cards is a description of a place in Baguio that you and Diane are going to have to go to take a picture of. Yes. And it is a game, and it's a game that has prizes. And each one of the cards is going to give you 3 points, and there'll be chances to get more points. Your prize, this is a prize for both of you, will be dependent upon how well you do in the tasks that you've been given. Some of the tasks have attached to them bonus points. Here's some of the rules. Well, first of all, you're going to have access to these cars. And these cars are a couple of classic Volkswagens, courtesy of the Baguio Volkswagen Club. There's a 3-hour time limit. I'll see you guys in 3 hours at the Baguio Country Club. And this is the camera. Okay. Gingona says, Gona.
Mansion House, Barrio Fiesta, when? So we better not to pay Mines View Park. Pupunta pa na Mines View Park.
Going to Chinese church pa tayo.
Ay, nako.
And then, Baguio Public Market. Malapit ba tayo sa Lourdes?
Take Diane's picture by Baguio City Hall. Pose like a hero.
Ano kaya ate?
Yes.
Kaya dito ka na nag-park.
Walis Tambo, lengua de gato, strawberries. Okay. Uy, babalik ako dito. Gusto kong bumili.
Alam, sa sunod, we're gonna go look for Star Cafe. I know Star Cafe. Basket and... Hawagwagan mo kayo Friday.
One of the same. I think of Dan with one of the vendors will put you ahead. One of the, yung tindero.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. Cross. Go pa ba? Basta we have to see the sign. Doon daw. Okay. Cathedral. Paano pupunta ng cathedral? Stairs? 1, 2, 3. This is so much fun. Sunshine. The picture of Diane in front of it. 1, 2, 3. Bukas ba? I thought you said you're too close. Barrio Fiesta.
When? Joanne, pakulang pa sa tabi ng giant.
Hindi when yan. One. Haan, one. St. Louis muna doon? Diyan ba?
And then we go Belcher here.
Can we make it to Mines View? Next. Okay, Cafe by the Ruins. Magtanong ka na. Pwede magtanong-tanong yun. Whose statue is in that venue? Okay. Point to him to earn extra points with ease. Point to whom? Asan si Jose Rizal? Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, we're good. Nakakatakot yun.
You're going, huh?
Okay, there's the lake sa likod mo. O, pwede ka na dyan. You can pose there. Uy! Ay, narinig mo yan? Ay, so, time na ba?
Yeah, it's time.
Ay, nako. Isang picture na lang yung sa bike. Ano mas mura, jeep o taxi?
Jeep.
Eh di mag-jeep na lang tayo. Tagal ko na hindi nakasakay ng jeep. Wala ka din. Oh, sige. Oh, sige po. Thank you. Ano ko pag sasabihin yun eh.
Okay.
Thank you. Okay, asan sila? Wala sila. Pathway. There's the pathway. First time dito. Hindi, iba na to eh. Bago to eh. We're here.
Ladies, welcome to the Baguio Country Club.
Thank you.
Do you know what time it is?
Do you have a watch?
No, I don't have.
I don't have a watch.
Do you know how much time we were supposed to give you?
3 hours?
We're now on about getting close to 4 hours. What's your explanation?
We're going by the sun.
Are you kidding me?
We decided to take a jeepney on the way back.
To get a little bit more of the local
I
flavor.
haven't been on a jeep since I've been here.
Okay.
So, we took
Okay,
a
you're
jeep.
excused for now.
Sorry.
We hope you guys had a good time.
Yes.
Had a
And
blast.
we hope it proved to be a bonding experience for you two as sisters. Now, hand over that camera and let's see how well you did. Well, ladies, congratulations. You've earned enough points to win the grand prize.
Yeah!
And the grand prize, is something that both of you mothers deserve. And that is a complete makeover at David's Salon here in Baguio.
Really?
Yes. So if you do us a favor, take some before and after pictures for us, okay?
What's wrong with this one?
And enjoy yourself. There's nothing wrong with that, but everybody could use a makeover.
Oh, yeah. After today, yeah.
What do you think?
Awesome.
cliches. We talk about blood is thicker in the water. We talk about is it nature or nurture. In this case, two people raised separately come together and have an immediate connection. And that immediate connection is going to play out, and both of their lives are going to change forever because of this. And you can tell that there's going to be trips back and forth, and you can tell that there's going to be more of a connection. Joanne had an opportunity to help out her sister. Diane, it wasn't all taking for Diane. It was giving as well. She gave of herself, and she opened herself to this process. If you don't open yourself to this process, this getting to know each other, this reunification, then it's an empty gesture. And the fact is that they both opened themselves up. They were both game. They were both, they took to task, they took their tasks very seriously, and they went out there and they had fun doing it.
Ate Joanne had been a blessing to my life. I thank God for her so much. She's an answer to my prayer. When I saw her, it's more than enough of what I've been asking for. It's there, it's complete. I could really feel her love. I know fighting life would make me more stronger because you're there already, pushing me, encouraging me, and praying for me, and even standing with me. Thank you, Ate. I love you very much.
It's a journey of remembrance and release, renewal. Tapos, from here on, who knows what's gonna happen. Basta alam ko, bumalik ako sa pinanggalingan ko. Nakita ko yung pinaglakihan ko. Tapos nakita ko yung kapatid ko, hindi ko alam na nandun pala. Tapos, nung kanina naglibot-libot kami dito sa Baguio, parang nakumpleto yung ang buhay ko dahil nung nandito kami, bago kami umalis, wala si Diane sa buhay ko. Pero yung papunta ng Session Road, papunta sa Marketplace, sa Burnham Park, wala siya noon doon. Pero ngayon, parang yung buong buhay ko dito sa Baguio na naging fast forward dun sa ginawa naming challenge. And ang saya namin ni Diane. At alam kong I have to say goodbye soon. Sooner than I want. But again, it won't be goodbye. And I started out, someone said, Joanne, you're opening a can of worms. But I choose not to look at it as a can of worms. I'm giving a cup of grace. Na pwedeng inumin, and when you drink that cup of grace, there's forgiveness, there's release, there's love. Mahal na mahal kita, Diane, mga anak mo, and umpisa lang to, babalik ako, o kaya kayo pupunta doon.
This has been Joanne's Journey Home. From Baguio City, I'm Mike Ingona, urging you to take that journey home and rediscover your Pinagmulan.
Labanan ang agos ng paghamon, mabuwal at madapaman, sabay tayong aahon. Posible kayang mabura alinlangan sa sarili, ang tapang sa loob makikita, taglay mo ang dugong bayani. Sulong laban, huwag biburon. Pakinggan sa iyong puso ang sigaw na dati bulong. Sulong laban, huwag biburon.
Pinagmulan, the journey home was brought to you by Cathay Pacific. Now you're really flying.